I've had a few people asking about live streams. A couple says they would like to join, a couple say that they would like to watch and maybe later they'll join. But I want to go over a couple of things first and foremost. I do not care about growing a channel. In fact, I much prefer to have a small group. I'm not at all interested in what most people would consider success. I'm not looking to make money off of this. I've had one person sort of ask questions kind of leaning into this. Seemed like they were looking for me to do something like that, like they wanted me to, but it's not going to happen. Also, I'm not who I used to be. I still troll every once in a while. Very little, but not so much on the shock value and everything. Not like crazy shit just for the sake of it. Some of these will be in like a debate format, and if it is a debate, I'll try to cover it ahead of time and I'll make it known, and I expect that it be treated as such. It'll be formal. It won't be like a entertainment festival where everybody's just having a good time. I mean, you can have a good time, but you get my point. I take that sort of thing very seriously. Other times it will be more open-ended. I believe pretty strongly in free speech, but there's some things. One, YouTube has their own set of rules, and that's where I go through, obviously. So you have to follow them. I shouldn't even need to say that. I have my own little things, though. I think I'm more lenient than most, but I do expect you to respect me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to agree with me. In fact, I want you to disagree with me. But I expect you to show me the exact same amount of respect I show to you. If I lose my temper or something, and which I don't see happening, but it's at least possible. If I lose my temper and just start lobbing frickin' insults at you or something, you can do so back. And then if I start like pushing the issue or something, just bring up that I started it. And then I'll let it slide and we can go from there. Hopefully we can get civil after that happens. I am human after all. But kind of going in with what I just said, how I don't do what I used to do, I'm not interested in dumpster fires. It's not my thing. I did that for a while. It was fun. I'm not the same person. I'm not going to bring in people whose entire purpose is to just start drama and scream at each other and be like, look, I'm tough. Check me out. I can kick your ass. Like, no one gives a fuck what you can do over the internet. Like, talking shit to people over the internet is a complete waste of time. Especially, well, specifically, if you're like focused on physicality. You're not showing off your physicality on video through the internet. You're not going to choke someone out with telekinetic powers. So, grow the fuck up. We're not doing that shit. I'm not interested in it. I mean, if a little bit is bound to happen, we'll have people who disagree and they're going to like reflexively have some sort of threat or something. If it's like low key or it's vague, then I'll probably let it slide. But if you start like just going all out, like frickin' triggered, threatening, whatever, I'm gonna warn you. And then if you continue, I'm gonna kick you. I have absolutely no place for that kind of shit. if it's a structured debate, the entire purpose is to flesh out the topic of that debate. And I expect everyone to be on board with that or don't show up. If it's more open ended, then there's more flexibility. However, I do expect that you have common sense and that you're not going to just act like imbeciles. Um, yeah, that is a little bit subjective, but I think that I'm a very. I can't think of the word. I think that when compared to many in this sort of position, I give you plenty of leeway. I'm pretty free in running things, and I kind of believe in that. I'll discuss things even when I think the other person's just completely frickin' crazy. As long as I think there is some potential for like understanding or education or something, at the very least, to understand your point of view and why you think what you do. Just to dig underneath, I guess. But yeah, contrary to popular belief, I'm not interested in wins. Uh, Part of my earlier persona kind of centered around pretending to be that guy because it's how I trolled people. That's not how I actually think. That's not who I am. Um, some of you are so stuck in what I've done that you refuse to believe that, and that's fine. I mean, I don't think I'm that good of an actor, but thank you. But yeah, it's not who I am. I don't really. I mean, in order to think that way, you have to give inordinate amounts of power to other people because it automatically implies that you need recognition or you need their acknowledgement in some way. And that's just, I don't. I just really don't. I'm more interested in discovering truth in many things. And I think one of the better methods of doing so is to break down in depth and analyze the perspectives of other people, especially people whose perspectives are very different from my own. I think that this is a great exercise and that other people would benefit greatly from it, which is kind of the purpose of live streaming in the first place. Aside from that, as I said, we could have more of the open ended, which is just kind of having conversations and having fun and just having good conversation. Not a damn thing wrong with that. So, yeah, of course, my brain goes all over the damn place. I didn't really format this, and you can tell. Um, Mainly just covering what my live streams are not. I have sort of accepted certain people. Just me being me, uh, and my history, people, it appears to me at least, that they wish to prove themselves. So the moment they see me, they go on the offensive because they think it's a way to kind of increase their perceived notoriety or something. I think that that's only insecurity personally, because if you're actually confident and if you actually think of yourself the way you want people to believe, you won't give a shit. You won't put all that effort into trying to convince people that you are. Like, it's common sense. Nonetheless, I have accepted some people, but it's not so I can smash them. It's to at least from my point of view, it's to illustrate to other people, because oftentimes these people can't see how other people view them, and it's hilarious. Um, so I guess you could say part of it's sort of mischievous, but at the same time, I don't feel bad because these are like highly toxic people who just get off by trying to pretend like they're great by attacking other people, like indiscriminately most of the time. Oftentimes, they choose the people who other people have picked on because they're the perceived weakest target that will put up the least fight, and it makes them feel better about themselves. Hence the insecurity. It's pathetic. But these people are great for teaching lessons, I guess. They're great because other people, like, I can pretty much directly state exactly what's going on. Everyone else will be nodding because they're thinking the same thing. They know it's so obvious. But the person in question will continually, illustrate it with their actions because they're so focused on this insecure desire to kick my ass with words on the internet that they continue. It's like it couldn't be better. But as I was saying, it I have accepted those for that reason. So I will let these so-called challengers come on and we'll see how it goes. At the very least, it will be entertaining. I believe that's all I got for you. I'm just gonna frickin' get all ADHD'd and jump all over the place and then barely have a thread to follow by the end of this. It's been like 12 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. If I think of anything else, I'll add it in another video. Thank you for your time.